Welcome back to our channel where we share with you the most amazing stories from all over the internet. Today's video is a very special one, as we are going to be diving into a tale that will make you reflect on the true meaning of forgiveness and redemption. So get ready to be inspired and moved by this incredible story. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. If you enjoy our videos, your support would mean everything to us. Now let's dive into the story that will leave you speechless. Once upon a time in the heart of Ohio, there lived a strong and independent woman named Emma. Emma was a dedicated single mother who had raised her teenage son Liam as a young girl. Their bond was unbreakable. Together, they had created a cozy home filled with love and laughter. Liam had brought immense joy into Emma's life, and she cherished every moment she had with him. As Liam grew older, he blossomed into a bright and promising young man. He was known among his peers for his intelligence, kindness, and unwavering optimism. Liam had a passion for helping others, and he dreamed of becoming a firefighter, just like his grandfather. Every Saturday, Emma and Liam would visit their local church, where they found solace in their faith and the support of community. It was at church that Liam had met a close friend, Jacob. Jacob was a beacon of joy and positivity. His infectious laughter and compassionate nature made him an instant hit with everyone. Together, Liam and Jacob shared a bond that went beyond friendship. They were like brothers. One evening, a devastating tragedy struck the family. Liam had been returning home from his football practice when a reckless driver ran a red light and crashed into him. The impact was forceful, and Liam was thrown more than 20 feet from the scene of the accident. Despite the emergency services rushing to the scene, Liam was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. The news of Liam's death hit Emma like a tidal wave, leaving her in a state of shock and disbelief. She could uncomprehend how her vibrant and full-of-life son could be taken away from her so suddenly. The weight of grief threatened to pull her under, but she knew she had to stay strong, not only for herself, but also for Liam's memory. During the difficult time, Emma found solace in her faith and the support of her church community. As the days turned into weeks, the pain of losing Liam continued to linger in Emma's heart. The silence of the house echoed with his absence, and every corner held a memory of her beloved son. However, amidst the sorrow, Emma refused to let Liam's memory fade. She kept his room as it was, preserving the space that had been filled with his laughter and dreams. She poured her grief into tending to her garden, finding a sense of calm in the midst of her storm. The blooming flowers became a symbol of hope, reminding her of the beauty that could still be found in life. Throughout this journey of healing, Emma's friends and neighbors rallied around her, providing emotional support and practical help. Their kindness served as a lifeline, helping her navigate through the darkest moments of her grief. Slowly but surely, with the support of those around her, Emma began to find ways to honor Liam's memory while continuing to live her life. She started volunteering at a local soup kitchen, finding purpose in serving the less fortunate, just as Liam had always wanted her to do. Through these acts of kindness, Emma kept Liam's spirit alive and ensured that his legacy of compassion continued to shine. On the other hand, the driver who had caused the accident that took Liam's life was brought to justice. It was revealed that the driver, Marcus, had been driving under the influence and had several prior offenses for driving while intoxicated. The news of Liam's death shook the community, and many demanded justice for the young victim. Marcus faced criminal charges and was later sentenced to 15 years in prison. However, as time went on, whispers began to circulate about Emma's unusual actions. She started visiting Marcus in prison, which puzzled many who wondered why she would want to see the man responsible for her son's death. People couldn't comprehend Emma's motives for engaging with Marcus. Some viewed her actions as a sign of weakness, while others questioned her sanity. Rumors spread like wildfire, painting Emma in a negative light and causing further distress within the community. As news of Emma's visits to Marcus spread, some members of the community expressed their outrage and disappointment in her actions. They questioned her motives and accused her of being too forgiving towards the individual who had caused such pain. The weight of their judgment and accusations burdened Emma, causing her emotional distress. However, she remained resolute in her belief that forgiveness was the path to healing for her wounded soul. Undeterred by the criticism, Emma continued her visits to Marcus, determined to seek understanding and closure. During their meetings, Emma confronted Marcus, demanding answers and accountability for his actions. She wanted to know why he had chosen to drive under the influence and take her son's life. Marcus, remorseful and filled with guilt, confessed to his wrongdoing. He expressed deep regret for his actions and the pain he had caused Emma and her family. His sincerity in apologizing helped ease some of the tension between them, but it did little to alleviate the deep-rooted anger and grief. Emma decided to delve deeper into Marcus's life story, seeking to understand the circumstances that had led him down a path of destruction. She learned about his troubled past, including a difficult childhood and a history of substance abuse. While his background did not excuse his actions, it provided some insight into the troubled mind of the man who had shattered her family. Through her conversations with Marcus, Emma discovered that he, too, was a victim of circumstance shaped by his past, into committing a horrific crime. This realization sparked a wave of empathy within her, prompting her to consider the possibility of forgiveness. Despite the pain and suffering Marcus had caused, Emma recognized that holding on to her anger and resentment was only hurting her more than it was hurting him. She understood that true strength lay in letting go of the hatred and embracing forgiveness. With trembling hands and a heavy heart, Emma extended an olive branch, offering forgiveness to Marcus. She realized that forgiving him was not for his benefit, but for her own peace of mind. By releasing the bitterness, she was freeing herself from the shackles of grief and hatred. In the aftermath of this life-changing decision, Emma experienced a profound sense of relief and tranquility. The weight that had been pressing down on her shoulders seemed to vanish, replaced by a newfound lightness. As she walked away from Marcus, she carried with her a sense of closure and the promise of a brighter future. With the burden of hatred lifted, Emma was able to fully immerse herself in the healing process. She reached out to a therapist who specialized in grief counseling, providing her with the necessary tools and support to navigate her emotions. Through therapy, she was able to express her pain, anger, and sadness in a safe environment. With each session, she felt herself becoming stronger and more resilient. As the months went by, Emma found new purpose in her life. She channeled her grief into activism, advocating for stricter DUI laws and supporting victims of drunk driving accidents. She became a prominent voice in the community, raising awareness about the devastating consequences of impaired driving. Through her advocacy work, she not only honored Liam's memory, but also helped other families avoid the pain she had endured. Years passed, and Emma's life took an unexpected turn. When she received a letter from Marcus, in his heartfelt letter, Marcus expressed his gratitude for her forgiveness and shared his plans for redemption. He spoke about the changes he had made in prison, the support groups he had joined, and his commitment to making amends for his past mistakes. Emma's response was one of kindness and understanding. She acknowledged the sincerity in his words and encouraged him to continue on his path of self-improvement. She believed in the power of second chances and hoped that Marcus would use his experience to help others avoid the same destructive path. In the following years, Emma and Marcus maintained their bond, supporting each other through the challenges and triumphs. Emma found strength in Marcus's determination to change, and Marcus gained hope from Emma's belief in his redemption. Together, they formed an unlikely friendship based on forgiveness, understanding, and a shared commitment to making the world a better place. As Marcus's release date approached, both he and Emma felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. They had formed a deep connection during his incarceration, and the thought of him returning to society brought both anticipation and uncertainty. However, Emma stood by Marcus, offering him her unwavering support and guidance as he prepared for his reintegration into society. She knew that while the road ahead would be challenging, Marcus was ready to face it with courage and resilience. And that's all for today's story. We hope you enjoyed this powerful tale of forgiveness and redemption. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay open-minded, and above all, stay kind. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the story. What did you find most thought-provoking or inspiring about it? Share your comments below. Also, if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. We have lots of fascinating stories that might interest you, so click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted.